It's very noisy.
This is a proper challenge for Mel because the steering wheel's on the other side. And it's proving to be a bit more of a challenge than Mel thought. We've definitely got tutti frutti van colours in the barn at the moment. So what did you think?
That was an experience,
yeah,
to say the least. Not only is it quite large, the steering wheel's on the wrong bloody side as well. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're back at the barn. We're going to give you another update on what's been going on here at the barn whilst we've been away at the Adventure Overland Show and Campervan Show. Adventure Overland Campervan Show, that's the one. Anyway, we've been away for a little while, so today we're going to give you another update on what's been going on here at the barn. And as I say that, everyone scurries off and runs away from the camera. Come on, Lorian, don't run off. What have you been up to?
Hello, everyone. Jim's misfortune with his DPF has been my good fortune, and he's helping me build a kitchen cabinet. Yes, so that's what I've been doing, kitchen cabinets.
Oh, let's have a look at your kitchen cabinets. Come on, we're excited for this.
They're all numbered. I've got a plinth. And like I said, you need to measure 1,000 times, and sometimes my measurements aren't great, so I'm just planing down some little bits. So we've got a plinth here.
Oh wow, you have been busy.
Yeah, there's a little tiny projection there for like a kick plate. I'm just going to build three-sided units, put drawers in 2 of them, and the third one's going to be for my fridge. Yeah.
So that is your raised plinth?
Yeah.
That's an unusual way of doing it. Most people build the plinth into the kitchen unit.
Yeah.
But you've decided to build your plinth and then build your kitchen on top.
I'm really sorry, everyone. I just had a stab, and I just thought that'd be a good idea. I don't know if it's right or not, but it's getting there.
That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, because there's 1,000 ways of doing things, and then there's my way. So yeah, so right now, just planing these down to make them into, you know, sort of right-angled, 3-sided boxes. And then at some point, I'll be going back to your drawer video.
Right.
And trying to fit some drawer runners.
Well, let me know if you need a hand, won't you?
I will definitely let you know when I need a hand, not if. Yeah. So the only thing that's really slowed me down is looking at where the water pump's going to go, thinking about the grey waste, putting yet another hole in the van, but that's all right. I'm getting quite accomplished with that.
Getting good at putting holes in vans. There you go.
Yeah. I'll try not to make it too big, eh?
It's surprising how your confidence grows the more holes you drill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I put the fan in, it was like, that was probably the biggest, scariest thing. But once you've done that, you do grow a set after that.
I love it.
You do get more confident after putting your fan in. Yeah.
There you go, you heard it here first. The more holes you drill in the van, you'd grow a set. I'll let you figure out what she means
now.
by that. Well done, Lorian. Right.
Cheers, Mel. Lovely to have you back, darling.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
Very much.
Should we go and see what Sean's doing? Sean, you got a minute? You sure? This is Sean, everyone. What have you been up to while I've been away?
It doesn't feel like a lot, but
looks like a lot.
I've been doing jobs, but nothing seems to like really move along. At the moment, I'm just working out how my electrics are going to run with this kind of mock-up. This will be the wheel arch.
I've never seen anyone do this before.
Okay. Yeah, this is the reason I'm doing this is because I need to cut a channel in my insulation that runs underneath the floor at the back. So I'm doing this so I know where to. Because I'm running some wires from one side to the other.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this so I know where the wires are going to drop through, basically. So yeah, just working this
It's a great idea to mock it all out on the bench.
Yeah, it's definitely helped because how I'd thought it would work, I could saw quite quickly it wouldn't work. And then I've checked all of the manuals and there's certain things that shouldn't go above the battery, like the MPPT and a DC to DC. So put those out of the way over there, and yeah, just trying to work it all out and then get back on with some proper work.
Brilliant idea.
Thanks.
Yeah, well done.
Cheers.
Right. Give Sean a thumbs up, everyone. So there you go, that's Sean, everyone. Let's go and see if we can find someone else. I know there's one thing you're all dying to find out about, and that is this huge jolly green giant that you saw in last week's video. A lot of people are asking, tell us about the green Vario. We'll come back to that in a minute. First, let's go and see Judith and Craig, because they have been really busy with their Vario. If you remember what it looked like last week, well, I can assure you it looks nothing like it did back then. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you around this way, or is it this way? No peeking. Hello, anyone around? Yeah. Anyone at home? Here she is. It's Judith, everyone. Remember her from last week? So Judith, what have you been up to? I've noticed the Vario is a little bit lighter than it was last week.
Yep, it's empty. We're just in the process of getting the floor up, rest of the floor. But obviously half of the screws are just rusted in there, so we're having to core drill them out and lift the floor up. So yeah, that's what we're up to now.
So let's take a look inside your Vario now. Now remember last week, this was a perfectly fine, livable, usable campervan. It's a bit big to be calling it a campervan, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's more like a motorhome. But anyway, take a look what it looks like now. There's not a lot left, is there? Where's it all gone? Look at that. It's completely gutted. You've even taken half the floor out. Yeah. Tell us why you took the floor out.
We're going to redo the chassis. So all the chassis is going to be redone. Red oxide, I don't know. Technical part, talk to Craig about that one.
Come at the back and talk us through what you've been doing. You can see it better up here. I can't believe you've done all this. Destroyed. I've destroyed their perfectly good camper van.
I do think to myself, you know what, I was quite happy as it was before. We should have just left it.
Just turn around this way so you can see.
We should have just left it.
Look at that. Let's hold the camera up there.
Yeah.
You can see the barn floor down there. It wasn't like that last week, was it?
No. And that's a pig of a job getting that up.
By the way, Judith has done most of this on her own because Craig's hurt his back.
Yeah. We're just going to get the rest of the floorboards up, give us a good old wire down and everything, and then we'll get the other two floorboards up. Yeah, we'll see what the rust is like on the sills all the way around.
So this is purely to check for rust and to make it, restore it basically.
Exactly, make it look lovely. Yeah. We've been dying to get that up for years, so it's exciting.
Yeah.
Just to get that bit up. I'm champing at the bit now to get onto that.
When you're taking it up?
Today.
Later today?
Yeah, we'll get both of them up today.
Maybe I'll come back later today and film it.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah,
we'll have a look. We'll come back to you later on today.
Okie doke.
And have a look, see how you're getting on.
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of you are probably wondering what's happening with the big yellow Sprinter. Well, this Sprinter was actually a refrigeration van. And most of the insides of this van are now this big pile here, as you can see. Quite a lot of insulation has come out of this van, and it's all thanks to this fella here, Mark. And Mark hasn't been here for a little while. You've been a little bit unwell, haven't you?
I've not been that unwell. I've just been away, let's say. I had the dreaded COVID, so yeah, I've been away to not pass it on to anybody else.
How are you feeling now?
I felt fine before.
Yeah?
I felt absolutely fine. It was just the test that said it was positive. But no symptoms, absolutely fine. Went back home and they found plenty of work there for me instead. And now come straight back down here. Just arrived about an hour ago again and straight back onto it.
I didn't even see you come in.
I came in through the back door.
Sneaked in. Snuck in through the back door.
It started raining, so I thought I'm going to get in whilst I can.
And I've just disturbed him working. He's still trying to chisel this stuff out of here. What was you saying about acetone earlier?
So, as I've been off for a while, I thought I'd give it a quick Google as to what would try and get rid of expanding foam, or whatever foam this is particularly. And apparently acetone would do it, so I've tried it and it doesn't touch it.
No.
So nothing's happened. So apparently it turns it all into some kind of gluey substance. But I've sprayed it on, no joy.
No.
So it's not even melted half of it. So.
But you are going to try and reuse it if you can.
So if I can, because there's so much of it, and I'm going to have to re-insulate the van anyway.
That is a lot of there, isn't it? That is a lot.
Instead of using that kind of thickness, if I can slice it down the middle somehow, I'll probably use it on the floor. and then the rest of it will probably have to go into a skip. But there's just so much.
That's
And
incredible.
I'm only going to have to spend money to put it back in there at some point. So, yeah, like I say, without
Probably a skip load there.
I very much thought so. And there's still that bulkhead wall to come out as well, and they did the floor extension in that as well. So there's even more to pile up.
I'm surprised how good the floor looks though.
Yeah.
Now you've started chipping it all away.
Yeah, when I got the floor up, it looked all right. There's a couple of little rust spots.
No, when I was looking at buying a Sprinter, a lot of people said, "Oh, don't buy a refrigeration vehicle because the floors all rot out on them because of the moisture." But obviously that isn't quite true by looking at this.
I think, well, I know who had it, but I think whoever had it spent a lot of money on it. Looking at just that insulation and the condition it was in when I bought it anyway, it was immaculate. So it was properly sealed. There's a drain hole down the bottom end. There's a bit of rust around there, but nothing that's too detrimental. It's only surface. It'll scratch off. It'll paint up, and then it'll be absolutely fine. So there's nothing even remotely looking like it's going to be holy.
So that's a bit of a myth then.
I think it depends, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's a case of who's throwing the insulation in. Yeah, they did it properly.
It challenged you, didn't it, getting it out?
It was warm.
It was a challenge.
It was warm. Once you got, it was like a jigsaw. Once you took a piece out, the rest of it came along quite nicely. But it was getting that initial piece out, and as soon as you got a piece out, it was like the domino effect then. It's easier to go and buy a new one, already done for you. But there's no fun in that, is there?
No.
I don't think there's much fun in this either. But yeah, it's sent to try.
Well, I'll let you get on.
Cheers, pal.
All right then.
All right, mate.
Good luck. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
Mark, everyone, give him a thumbs up. So this is Jay, everyone. He's the owner of the Jolly Green Giant behind us. Jay, come and tell us about your van, mate.
Okay.
A little bit about yourself.
What would you like to know, Mel?
Well, apparently you've cycled all around Europe. Let's start with that.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I went for a Vario, really, I am a bit of a passionate long-term cyclist, and I had a couple of attempts at West Africa, and I've decided that I've done my time in terms of cycling. So I met a few overlanders and saw a hell of a lot of these in Africa, and they said these are they're very fixable.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Easy to fix on the road.
that's right. Yeah.
See, I can't get my head around that because it's so big.
Yeah. Well,
But I guess they're built as a commercial vehicle, which makes them more reliable than a Sprinter. In my case.
I think that was it. I mean, I would describe it as a very agricultural vehicle, but the benefits to the agricultural side is there's less to go wrong.
Yeah.
And now I've had my floor up, much like these guys over here, and now I have seen underneath it. It does look a lot more fixable, if you like. And in West Africa, they are everywhere, and that tells me if the Africans believe in them, then
You're more likely to find parts from as well.
absolutely.
If there's supply and demand, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the plan.
That's great. And it is really clean. It is, I mean, I know you've done a lot of work on it, a lot of welding you've done on it since you've owned it,
Yeah,
and now you're going to start building it out.
yeah.
Can we take a look around it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where would you like to
Let's
look?
start at the front.
I think this is all unlatched.
And what colour is this?
Do you know, I don't know, but a few people have called it as the green.
As the green.
Yeah, I don't know. I got the round number from the company, and that's all I know is the round number. But yeah, as it happens, I quite like it.
Yeah, it reminds me of my old T4, which was Kawasaki green. But yeah, someone once said to me, "Oh, it looks like Asda green. It looks like an Asda van," and it kind of put me off.
Kawasaki does sound a bit more...
Yeah, sounds a bit better than Asda green, doesn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, for me, I mean, the mechanical side of things is all something really quite new. So it's a one company German owner, It hasn't got a complete history, but it's got a fair bit of history.
Yeah.
And 240,000 kilometres, which I think on one of these is perhaps just run in, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that serves me well in the long run.
And the bonnet looks like brand new, doesn't it? Because I've seen a few of them where all this is rusty and crusty underneath here. But yours, it looks like it's just come out of the factory.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I won't lie.
It's astonishing.
There are a couple of spots here that we did rub over, but in the big picture of things, it's been a really, really clean vehicle. I think I've been.
Yeah.
I paid a bit more for it, perhaps, but I think in that respect, it's been a good decision. You know.
And another spot I've noticed is the bulkhead as well. These bulkheads tend to go quite rusty.
Yeah.
And again, it looks brand new. I think
Absolutely.
you've got a really nice van here.
I think so.
Yeah, you've done well. And you bought this from Germany?
From Germany, yeah.
You just drove it back from Germany, paid the dreaded
That's
import
it.
tax and all that. But
Oh.
you've yet got to register it, haven't you?
And I'll tell you, if you're going to import a vehicle from Germany, it's a piece of cake. They will they'll take you down to the local, I don't know what you call it, their version of the vehicle kind of tax office.
What's their version of DVLA?
That's it.
Yeah.
And these plates here, you can see they were issued on the 23rd of 7th, 22.
Yeah.
I think it was about 300 euros. I might be wrong there, but it wasn't a huge amount of money. And that then gives you a month in which you can drive it around Europe. So once I've got my plates on there, I make my booking on the ferry, drive home, and
Yeah.
very simple.
Very simple.
Yeah.
But you've yet to register it here in the UK. Which we spoke about a little while ago.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a simple process. Let's hope you don't have to go through an SVA though.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm a bit out of touch with the rules on that. It used to be if the car was over 10 years old, it was just a simple matter of showing all your import documents and register it with the DVLA. But if it was less than 10 years old, then it'd have to go for a single vehicle approval, which was basically a really, like an MOT on steroids basically. But it is over 10 years old, isn't it? You might be all right. Let's hope so. Let's take a look at the rest of it. So because it come from Germany, the steering wheel's on the wrong side.
Yeah.
How'd you get on driving it?
It's a piece of cake, but still, I mean, I haven't driven it too much because I've been working on it, but every time I get into driving it, I get in the wrong door. Without fail. Yeah. But if you've driven a Vario, it's a really nice high position. It's a very square vehicle, so it's, you know exactly how wide you are. So from that respect, it's a piece of cake to drive, you know. Yeah.
Excellent. And you've managed to board it all out inside. Let's go to the back and we can take a look up from the back. You can see how much room you've got. So this is a medium wheelbase, right?
Yes.
So it's a little bit shorter than Judith's and Craig's.
What did we work out? I should get my tape measure now. I should know.
Let's have a measure, see how long it is. I'm guessing it's about the same as a long wheelbase Sprinter.
That is 34 metres on the nose.
Well, everyone's started work now, so it's going to get a bit noisy in here. So we'll come back later on in the day. We'll see how Craig and Judith get on with their Vario, and we'll catch up with you later on.
Thanks, Mel.
As you can hear, it's getting a bit noisy. Cheers, buddy. Give him a thumbs up. I will come back later on during the day and we'll see how Craig and Judith get on with ripping their floor up and get into their fuel tank to see how their fuel tanks get on. Let's go see what Becky's doing. God, it's a bit windy, isn't it? It's been really bad, the weather. Here's Becky, she's busy in there, editing away.
Yeah, editing the Adventure Overland show footage. So that'll be a video coming, or 2 videos. No, 3 videos coming very soon.
You filmed someone with a tilting
solar panel.
What was his name?
Adam Shays.
Adam
Shays on
Shays.
tour. And we also checked out Stephen from Kathmandu, his little store that he had in the trade area. So that was really interesting. And we also did a van tour of Rita Relay. So those will all be coming very soon. And then I'll go back and continue on the van build series, which I know I'm very slow about, but it will be coming, I promise.
And this is all over on your channel?
All over on my channel, Sacred Traveller, so I hope to see you over there.
Okay. So there you go, that's Becky everyone. Right, by the magic of YouTube, we will now go and see how Craig and Judith are getting on. So here is Craig everyone, he's just come to inform me that he's finally got the floor up on his Vario. They. Judith is hiding.
Judith's knackered, she's gonna have some dinner.
You tired, are you?
We've done it.
You've done it.
Thank
Should we take a
God.
look?
Yeah, go for
Take
it.
a look. Oh my goodness me, look at that. That is incredible. And it's literally taken you all day to do that, isn't it?
To get the last 2 panels out, yes.
What's the time now?
Time now is 4 minutes past 8.
I've just gone 8 o'clock. That's all day it's taken to get this rest of this floor up. And you were saying you discovered something about Varios, something quite
Yes.
unique.
If you go around the other side,
Around the other side.
see all the rubber mountings, the bobbin, rubber
yeah,
bobbins.
look at that.
So the body's actually independent of the chassis.
So the whole thing is rubberised.
Mounted, yeah.
I suppose that allows for the chassis to flex, because on long trucks the chassis will flex.
Flex and
And I
twist.
suppose
yeah.
that takes the strain off of the whole body itself.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying that or thinking that?
I'd assume that. I'm not an expert, but that
I know
would
when you've got
make
like
sense.
a chassis cab where you have a cab like this and then a box on the back, you'll quite often see the box moving on the back and the
it's got
cab.
slight articulation.
Yes, and that's probably why it's on rubber, to stop it or to take up that movement, I'd assume. Otherwise the body would be completely rigid, and because it's
Yeah.
so long,
It'd probably
it
crack.
allows for that flexible chassis flex. I'm only guessing.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
I'm just happy it's up. Now the hard
Yeah.
work starts. We can,
So have you looked at your fuel lines and your fuel pipes? Have you had
yes.
time to do that? Is there a flex? Is there a bend? A twist?
I haven't found one yet, although the original fuel line has been cut and another one's been put in, so I'm going to have to analyse why that's happened.
Yeah.
Now we can start wire brushing and then zinc priming.
You've got so much work ahead of you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I hope you get this sorted out.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for taking the time to show us.
No problem.
Give Craig a thumbs up, everyone. It's gone 8 o'clock. He's tired. He's hungry. So let's leave him alone and let him enjoy your evening meal.
Yes.
And on that note, good night.